As the race to build more public transportation options in the GTA continues, the Ford government is calling on the feds to join the province in supporting existing infrastructure. Ontario's Transportation Minister Prabmeet Sarkaria joining now in studio. Wow, there's a lot to talk about, Minister. Let's begin here. Line 2, which we know on the TTC has been in need of new cars for several years, let's say. Where do things stand with those conversations and budgets?
Yeah, thank you for having me. We're at a point right now where we landed a historic deal with the City of Toronto, Premier Doug Ford and Mayor Olivia Chow on moving the city forward with respect to transit and many other priorities. And one of those commitments was the province and the city jointly committing to funding their share of the new line to the TTC car train. So about 55 new ones. The province, have put forward $752 million. The city has also put forward the $752 million. Unfortunately, the federal government hasn't come to the table to support this request to build more subway cars. These will support good jobs in Thunder Bay, but they will also support transit riders across this province who, on many occasions, use Line 2 and can tell the need for an upgrade. But on top of that, we've got 2 new lines coming in that will also use Line 2, the Scarborough Subway Extension, the Yonge North Subway Extension. So those are 2 critical projects that will also make use of these 2 lines. And we really need the federal government to step up here and play their part.
Okay, so let's backtrack just a little bit. We are coming up on about the 8-month mark in which the province and the city has reached this agreement. Since that time, we have seen a federal budget come out, nothing in those numbers saying, okay, we will commit those dollars. What is the wait?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be here today if we weren't concerned about it. Look, it's a win for commuters. It's a win for Ontarians. It's a win for Thunder Bay, where these will support good-paying jobs. And it's a good win for transit in the future of this province. 55 new car trains. We've got these incredible lines that are going to be coming on, bringing people, 37,000 people within walking distance of transit to be able to use it in the Yonge North Subway Extension line. And we really need to get these projects off the ground, and we really need to get these new cars. It's about time, and they obviously take time to build as well.
Yes.
So the sooner the better.
That is the question, the timeline. Let's say, hypothetically, tomorrow the feds say, here are your millions and millions of dollars. What does it look like in order to build and then to get on the lines?
Yeah, so this would follow any other process with respect to the design element of it, as well as the requirements of it. So I would say within a year and a half, you would be into production on these cars, and then deliver them as they are made to replace the existing cars that we have on the line, and then as well prepare for the future lines that are also opening. So we really think it's important from that perspective to get off the ground. We've been waiting for 8 months on some sort of a response. Building transit is a collective responsibility. We've got the largest expansion of transit in North America right here happening in our city for the next 10 years, and we need all hands on deck.
What happens if the feds do not come to the table with this money? Then do we live with the existing line too? And then what happens with the new lines that are coming in?
Well, we hope we don't get to that part of it. It would be very, very disappointing. So we'll continue to urge the federal government to commit their support to this project. And I think they will. They'll see the benefits not only to Torontonians, but to the good-paying jobs that will be supported in a place like Thunder Bay that makes these. Those are thousands of jobs. We have the union who has jointly issued this press release with us, putting pressure on the federal government to support this. And I think it's a big win. 400,000 people use the TTC every single day. That's going to continue to increase. We need to take these cars off the road to use transit and make it easier to get around the city. And so ultimately, I do think they will come, but we're just urging them to come to the table now and support this request from both Mayor Olivia Chow and Premier Doug Ford.
Sure, because as mentioned, it will take some time. Finally, for you, anyone who lives in the city or in the GTA, they know that transit needs a little bit of help. It does. Even existing lines where work is being done, is there any update or pressure being put on when it comes to, say, the Eglinton Crosstown LRT and opening date there? Because everyone's looking for when is that going to happen? Yeah,
look, one of the most complicated projects from an LRT perspective was a Crosstown. We've learned a lot from that project. Construction is complete on that entire line. We are now in the testing and commissioning phase of the Crosstown. So what that means is signaling, rail, TTC drivers being able to train on them to operate. So we continue to make progress on it, but I have to ensure that the line is safe, reliable, in a way that commuters can use. So we're currently in that testing phase, and we'll continue to update with respect to that. But construction is completely complete on it. But I have to say that, we've learned from the Crosstown, the challenges that we've seen on that, from the contract signed by the previous governments to how we build today. We've got shovels in the ground on the Ontario line, the Scarborough Subway extension, the Finch West, the Hazelmere-Callion line. These are projects that we're digging, that we're moving forward on. We just finished the tunneling on the west extension of that Crosstown, which has been an incredible achievement and milestone. So we'll continue to build, we'll continue to learn, and we'll continue to ensure that we speed up these timelines and get shovels in the ground and get it done.
Yeah, I know. People just want to get moving.
Absolutely.
Minister Sarkaria, appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.